Bebe's Kids, one of those family-friendly 90s movies. And as in the old days of the Super Nintendo, if it existed, they made a game out of it. Now, I've never seen the movie, so I decided to Wikipedia it to learn more about the game that I'm about to play. And let me just say, reading the plots of this movie is just quite the experience. Elsewhere, in an abandoned building, Leon and Bebe's kids are captured by robot versions of the Terminator, Abraham Lincoln, a bear, and Richard Nixon, and are put on trial in which the Terminator acts as the judge who decides whether the kids are worth sending to the electric chair, while Lincoln acts as the kids' lawyer and Nixon as the prosecutor. The kids win their freedom through the power of rap, then celebrate their victory by stealing a pirate ship and crashing it into an ocean liner. And that's just like 3 sentences out of the whole paragraph. Now, I haven't heard anything good about this game, so, I'm excited to play this one. So this game was made by Motown Software, and they made 2 video games. One of them being Bebe's Kids, and one of them being Rap Jam Volume 1. So I'm guessing this is what Ice Cube was up to back in the 90s. Now, there's 2 things that get me about this title screen. The first thing being that this is actually licensed by Nintendo. Bebe's Kids, the fucking game, licensed by Nintendo. The second thing is listen to that music.
Hey, yo, Bebe's Kids.
This menu music is absolutely jamming. So this absolutely left me with high hopes for the in-game music, but we'll get to that in a second. So we can either pick from main characters, LaShawn, Khalil? What the fuck is Khalil? This fucking Caillou's black cousin? And why the fuck did they take LaShawn's picture if she was getting it in the ass? Whatever, I'll pick Khalil here, and let's just get this thing started. So here we are with Bebe's Kids. Observe the rules while in Fun World. Please enjoy your stay. Okay, first of all, I'm not gonna let Carrot Top tell me what to do. Also, who the fuck says enjoy your stay while you're going to a theme park? We're not running a hotel. What the fuck do you think this is? Also, Colin looks like he's making LaShawn watch him masturbate. And I guess that's Pee-wee all hopped up on LSD here. Alright, let's get to the gameplay without any further ado. There are so many things wrong within the first 10 seconds of this. Would you like me to name them all off? Because I can name them all off. So the first thing you'll notice about this is the music, since I mentioned it before. After this amazing menu music, we're greeted with the same 3.5 seconds of audio loops. Do you like that audio sound? Because you're going to be sleeping with it ringing in your ears for the next 3 days! Now, you may have noticed the enemies that we're fighting here. So we've got typical Fun World people here. We got James Bond and Chuck E. Cheese after he spent a little bit too much time in his own restaurant. Yeah, I mean, that seems about right. Also, the rules behind us here are absolutely unreadable. I don't know if this is just a problem with my recording, but when I was playing the game, they weren't even fucking English. Also, while all this is going on, Carrot Top is just sitting in the stand behind, just not even giving a fuck. But, maybe I'm just being a little bit picky here. So let's direct our attention to the gameplay, shall we? Now, the first thing I noticed after picking up the controller is that Khalil controls like glue. I don't know when Molasses got into his bloodstream, but it would have been nice of them if they released the game before that happened. He also jumps about the height of 2 of him stacked on top of each other. Insert racist joke here if you want, but I'm just going to leave that alone for right now. Now, in this opening, 10 seconds here, we can see the main problem with Bebe's Kids. The enemies don't come after you. I'm fucking serious. They are programmed to just walk around randomly. They each have 1 attack. The rat barely hurts you as he just kind of pounds you with his stomach or his fist. I don't fucking know. And James Bond picks you up, and I don't exactly know what he does with you, but you just start losing health, and you just kind of gotta randomly mash on the controller until you're fucking free. I have no idea what button it is to punch him while you're up there, but it's not the regular punch button. I just mash until I'm eventually out of his grasp. Now, the main problem with this is, this wouldn't be that big of an issue if the hit detection wasn't horrible and you can barely control your fucking character. The second problem with this is, the enemies take about 1 million fucking hits. It's sickening. The entire gameplay experience is you chasing the enemies around, just hoping that you'll hit them with the horrible hit detection, and repeating this about 30 times until the enemy falls. Now, I get what they're going for here. They're going for a side-scroller beat-em-up like Double Dragon or Turtles in Time. But in those games, you have fantastic control, the enemies actually try to hurt you, not to mention the 3.5 seconds of audio. Seriously, this is like 2 measures worth of work. Whoever composed this didn't even finish the first fucking line of the staff. But hands down, all bets aside, all lights off, best part about this game is the walk cycle. Oh jeez, is that Jay-Z? Is that Bill Cosby? No, it's fucking Kal-El from Bebe's Kids. What'd you fucking expect? The walk cycle is amazing. That indicates badassery if I've ever seen it. Whoa, holy fuck, Kal-El. It's quite the reach you got there. Yeah, that's right. I must have forgotten that Bebe is the guy that Elastigirl cheated on Mr. Incredible with. So Squidward here's got 2 attacks. Only problem with these are, they don't do any fucking damage. I actually lost all 3 of my lives on this first level and got a game over. So I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? I can't even beat the first level, so I had to take to the internet. It turns out that a lot of people were having the same problem. And you actually have more than just 2 attacks. You have 2 special attacks. One being an uppercut that kills the mice in 2 hits, and James Bond in 3, and this jumping spin kick that instantly kills the mice and kills James Bond in 2 hits. So ultimately, the game goes from being almost impossible to beat because of how stupid the whole layout is, from you being able to just charge through the level in about a minute, instantly killing all the enemies with this special attack. Now, how anyone ever figured this out back in 1994 with the game's release, I just have no fucking clue. Because in the game, you punch with the Y button and kick with the X button. So how do you do these special attacks? Oh no, not A, not L, and not R, and not select, and not start. Instead, you hold both, yes, I repeat, both the L and the R button, and then press Y to do the uppercut. And then to do the spinning kick, you have to jump and then do the same thing. What? Both the L and the R buttons are not even used, and neither is the A button. So you make this 3-button combo? And since the game gives you no layout of the control scheme, how are you ever supposed to figure this out? I swear to God, this was meant to be an Easter egg to make the game easier. So after learning about all this, I plow through the first level and on to the second. Fantastic. So the idea of this level is while Pee-wee knocks down all the plates and whatnot, you gotta punch them in the air before whoever the fuck this guy is catches them. This is so what the fuck ever. Who cares? It's a pretty straightforward level. So on to the 3rd level, and guess what? It's pretty much exactly the same as level 1. Now I will applaud their efforts in trying to make a different level for level 2, but I mean, my God, that was just I would rather play these levels here. Dogs. I swear to God, that panther just barked at me. Now this is pretty much the point where I decided that's it for tonight. The whole plot of this game is to take over Fun World. And on every level, the only different thing to look forward to is one more enemy. And on this level, we happen to get the dog panther thing. I mean, all you gotta do is punch it in the dick after it jumps. It's not like it's a big deal. So after all this, holy fuck. So after all this, I remember that there's another character we can choose from. Well, I don't know what I expected, because she's exactly the fucking same. The walk cycle, the weird punch, the horrible controls. I don't even know why she's a playable character, to be honest. All in all, although you may chuckle at a few things in this game, it's pretty much unplayable. From the horrible control, to the horrible hit detection, to the horrible music, all it really comes down to is the fact that the enemies hardly ever make an attempt to come after you. The only thing that's ever actually tried to kill me is the freaking dog. And I mean, he only takes like one hit and you can pretty much punch him at any time. But maybe I'm just an ass and this game is actually great. So I decided to take it to the internet. And the highest score I found for this game was 4.6 out of 10. And believe it or not, the most common score I found was 1 out of 10. So no matter how much you love Bebe's Kids or Motown Software's other rap jam game, this game is pretty fucking awful. I mean, I don't think it quite matches up with Aquaman Battle for Atlantis or Charlie's Angels, but it holds its own right as one of the worst games I've ever played.